How y'all doing? And anyway, hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday, having a wonderful Saturday evening, or whatever time of day it is where you are. Hey, Spud, hello and welcome. Oh, hi, Spud. So glad you're able to make it by. So, anyway, if you are watching the replay, we are going to be do want to show off something very cool. This is some mail we got in our PO box. This is from one of our friends who scratches lottery scratching prey, trash or treasure. She sent us this custom coin that she had made that she and others use to scratch lotto scratching prey. Yeah, and you know, that's just kind of nice. Hey, Fear Mammal, hello and welcome. Hey, Fear Mammal, so glad you were able to join us. Um, so so yeah, like I said, kind of wanted to give a just kind of give a shout out to our friends that do the lotto scratching. And again, Bob, I'm just amazed at how um, diverse our friends is. Like, hey, Glasgow Mammal, hello and welcome. Yeah, it's funny you should mention that, Joe, because yeah, like Master of Fear, he is a very cool channel, and Glasgow, and again our friend who is also a scratching mammal, very cool. Just a wide variety of friends that we have, and Doubleicious, hello and welcome. Oh, hi, Doubleicious. So glad you're able to make it. Oh, first time watching from your phone. That is cool. By the way, I hope you are having a great. I think it is still evening. No, it is morning in Glasgow. Um, but yeah, we got our new coin from Trash or Treasure, Tot. Very fun. Um, if you have not checked out Trash or Treasure, she is a great friend, great supporter. Again, scratches lotto scratching prey, tries to win scratching prey, trying to win scratching prey with paper rectangles. Good stuff. Yeah, and anyway, so how y'all doing? What's it like where y'all are at? Yeah, we had another 80-degree day here in Cleveland, in Northeast Ohio. I know that Joe and I were quite happy to be out and about today. We went shopping for plastic mammals. Yeah, you didn't find what you was looking for. That's kind of okay. So hey, Paul Mammal, hello and welcome. And Weekend RVing, hello and welcome. All right, so our friends that I'm not exactly sure where they get theirs made. We had our poker chips made. Um, there's this dude on eBay that will make a custom design for you, and I don't know. We got many more of them left, but but there are any number of like places that make these custom coins. Like I said, this is from our friend Trash or Treasure, aka the Top Mammal. Um, and like I said, in the background, we got our friend 2020 got her coin out. Um, but yeah, and we used to display these far more prominently. But we have like so many coins from our lotto scratching friends that it is kind of hard to just to display them all. So um, but anyway, so weekend RVing mammals. Hello, hope you are having a good day there in Oklahoma. Yeah, I think y'all are still in Oklahoma. Um, yeah, that is one thing about being able to like move your house. You don't necessarily have to be like in the same place all the time, which I think would be awesome, but um, kind of not too practical for us, I'm afraid.
Well, yeah, there's that.
I, however, am super, super excited about the. I got a hold of some new things this weekend. I got a Star Trek Voyager starship, which I have. I had one when I was a hatchling, and I didn't have a lot of paper rectangles at one point, and I had to sell it. Now I'm very happy to have gotten it back.
Um, Spud, you're asking if remember Billy Big Mouth Bass? Can't say I do.
Oh, I do. That is like a fish that like you put on the wall as like a wall decoration, and it like sings and stuff.
Huh. I didn't know fish could sing.
Well, they can't, obviously, Joe. That's the joke.
I don't get it.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Yes, I remember. Even if Joe does not. So but you know,
Um, so what y'all do for food today? I know me and Bob, like I said, when we was out and about, we went to Moe's Southwest Grill.
yeah, kind of a go-to for us. Before the mammal virus. You know, we did uh, we did those places, like you said, a lot. But like they think, if you do not know Moe's, think like a Chipotle, except just better in like every respect.
Well, yeah, there's that. Hey, Elaine Mammal, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, hey Elaine, so glad you are able to make it by. Ooh, turkey bacon guacamole from Subway. That is cool.
Um, yeah, you know what? I think you're right, Paul Mammal. They are like the challenge coin companies is usually where our scratching mammals friends do that. But that's something that's cool.
Yeah. Ooh, Paul, you made some had some coleslaw, and what is bony bread?
Oh, all right. See, like I guess maybe that's something that something carnivore related that the Paul mammal is able to have.
I do not think it is what you think it is, Joe. I do not think that it is bread prey that is made with bones.
Well, I mean, I know that's kind of wasteful. You got to have your meat. But I mean, that'd be nice. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely not what you think it is. Hey, unpaved mammal, hello and welcome.
oh hi, unpaved mammal. By the way, hope you were enjoying the weather here in Northeast Ohio today. Super nice. Love the fact that we's in the 80s.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is going to like start raining here within the next couple hours, and it is going to be back down into the 50s. But we will take the summer weather while we can. So
Why does that not surprise me? Again, doing like making plants do your bidding.
yeah. See, okay, bony bread is pretzel bread. Oh, okay. Um, and pretzel sticks with melted cheese. Ooh, that does sound tasty.
All right, so it don't got no meat, but it's got some cheese. So there's that. Again, I'd want to convince all all the raptors out there that, there's definitely merit to cheese. I know that a lot of, carnivores just want like raw meat, and you can do that, and that is probably in the strictest sense the most healthy. But man, you're missing out on so much. You don't got no cheese, or fried meat. Fried meat is just wonderful, and smoked meat.
Yeah, definitely. So, but oh yeah. So, um, Joe, what were you thinking for tomorrow? Um,
I don't know. I was thinking we might try, and I definitely would want to try doing like you know some one of them Chinese restaurants.
yeah, Kintaro Sushi and Hot Pot is not open yet. So, oh hey, now game memo, hello and welcome.
Um, oh hey, now game mammal. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great morning there in Japan. So, um, well, all I gotta say, Paul Mammal, is you're right. Cheese is solidified, uh, form of what mammal hatchlings eat. But at least y'all mammals, even if you're herbivores, at least feed your hatchlings somewhat healthy. I mean, yeah, waste of cheese potentially, but
Hey, scratching the itch mammals, hello and welcome.
oh hi, itch mammal. So glad you're able to make it. By the way, you know, yeah, thinking about the our we got our coin from Top Mammal. Thought you'd particularly appreciate that. Um,
Yeah, and I was saying, we definitely do want to honor our friends who scratching prey, but we have, I think you identify with that situation more than us. We have so many coins, and our living room is just not that big.
yeah, fair enough.
Um, Elaine, not been a huge fan of Chinese prey. Um, you know what is interesting? Our We have uh like there is a Chinese, there are two buffets around here that are like really amazing.
Yeah, the one was called China Buffet, and it was like at the end of our street, and they closed, but they, have another one called New China Buffet, which is same at lunchtime. It's like six paper rectangles a person, and you can go, and they have like, you know, they have like salmon on the buffet, and they got like this roast beef that you cut, and um, before the mammal virus, they even had like a hibachi thing, which I ain't sure if they're doing. Um,
Yeah, and the other one is called Fuji. It's like down the road in Mentor, and basically that is like if you've ever heard of like an old country buffet, it kind of is like that, and they still preserve a lot of that. You can get like mashed potatoes or fish or clams or steak or ribs or sausage. But there are also some some of the more traditional, like I mean traditional. I mean like what we here in the United States think of as Asian food, like your General Tso's and whatnot. They also have a nice, they have a nice sushi mammal, and so there's that, and that's like 15 paper rectangles a person. So, um, you know, even at dinner time, yeah, it's like 30 paper rectangles. You know, um, for like a really wide assortment of prey. At that point, like Fiji, you don't even consider that.
wow, a lane mammal, 15 paper rectangles. No, is 15 paper rectangles like a lunch price or a dinner price?
Yeah, most Chinese buffets here will like say like it is lunchtime or dinner time, and of course dinner time is usually more expensive, and they usually put a couple more items out on the buffet that they do not typically have. Um, but um, but yeah, so our China buffet that was like really close, that one like closed like 2 years ago. So the new China buffet is down the way, but there is a place called Kintaro Sushi and Hot Pot by the same owners, and they are an amazing restaurant for 15. Well, it might even be like 16 or 17 paper rectangles now per mammal or raptor. Um, at lunchtime, you go in there and it is all you can eat, but it is not like buffet. Like it's made to order sushi cipre, and you can also get like all the hibachi you can eat too. So yeah, it is epic. So wow. Now I know Canadian paper rectangles typically don't go like, paper rectangles that live that far north don't go quite as far, but yeah, wow, 15 to 21. And again, I totally understand why, at that price point, you might not want to invest in a meal like that. Yeah, for like I said, if you go and you get a like just like a fountain drink at Kintaro, and after you take care of your server mammal and sushi mammal, I mean you're probably like 40, 43, 45 paper rectangles, for all the sea prey that you can eat, like and
And believe me, Bob can eat plenty.
yeah, it is generally a bad idea to eat more than your body mass at a sitting. Although, Joe, I think you and I both have to admit that we've been known to do that at Kintaro.
Well, heck yeah, we've been known to do that.
But yeah, that is only okay if you have raptor metabolisms. So, oh yeah, right, you are Paul mammal, Korean prey.
Yeah, there was you was saying, Bob, that there was a nice Korean place in Dayton. I'll definitely want to try that.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. Actually, one of my favorite places to go, like, and again, I am really, really looking forward to traveling back to Dayton to see family mammals and whatnot. But that is also where I went to college. When I was a college raptor, and one of my favorite places to go was called Little Saigon Vietnamese restaurant, and I loved their pho.
Oh yeah, that noodle soup stuff.
Yeah, it's just amazing, a very very unique take on it. Um, but yeah, not something. It's just maybe if I did some looking, I could probably find a place like that. But I think that when I want pho, I probably on it's kind of more special when I go back to the Little Saigon.
Yeah, I think them mammals have been there since like 1968.
So yeah. Hey, Brino Mammal, hello and welcome.
Oh, hi, Brino Mammal. Speaking of Dayton, our friend Brino is from Dayton. You might even recognize the Little Saigon. I think it's on Woodman. We're talking about that. Just awesome, awesome Vietnamese restaurant. Little tiny place. But again, they've been doing it for like ever.
Hey, Trip Mammals, hello and welcome.
Oh, hi, Trip Mammals. So glad you're able to join us.
Yeah, exactly. Paul Mammal, like, in the mom and pop places, which is exactly what the little Saigon is for Vietnamese. It is just very cool. So, all right, all three trip mammals, Eric, Kelly, and Steve are with us tonight. That is awesome.
Yeah, by the way, if y'all don't know the trip mammals, they are amazing food reviewers. They also do a live stream Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Lot of fun. Definitely suggest that y'all check them out. So,
ooh, thank you so much, Itch Mammals. We do appreciate that super chat. Again, really helps us out. Have we tried Captain Crunch pancakes and syrup? I would love to try that. I have not. I have not heard of Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch, that's like cereal, Bob. You know how unhealthy that is?
No, I think that is great.
All right, so Bob might try that. I definitely would be skeptical.
Oh, I don't know. We'll just put some meat on it or something. I don't know. It'll be fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, DJ Lamar, hello and welcome. And right you are. Joe is nothing if not predictable.
Well, in this case, yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, thank you, Trip Mammals. That would be an amazing piece of fun mail. Yeah, I would love to try that.
Well, like I said, I mean, bacon makes everything better. At least, like I said, even at Halloween time when hatchlings is coming around, I mean, at least y'all don't do something crazy like give them like vegetables, but like, fruity candy, or at least chocolate is sort of like a waste of cheese, but you know the I still would want to like give mammal hatchlings that come. I don't understand why it's not customary to give them something like fried, like like bacon or sausage. Something healthy. Don't want to be doing too much junk food.
Ha 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 ha! Right, you are, Paul Mammal.
Lane Mammal, I'm so glad you're able to join us. By the way, Lane, the food reviewer, by the way, has she's got an amazing channel. Also, Mammal who lives in Nova Scotia in Canada. So, like you said, we love our Canadian friends who can show us different kinds of prey that's like maybe not even like available here.
Yeah, and I just love the idea after the mammal virus is well and truly over, when it's relatively easy. I would just love to be able to try, go over and just like, hey, let's get this this rotisserie chicken bites from Dairy Queen, which is like not even a thing here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like to eat turkey prey. It kind of depends on what you like. I mean, like turkey bacon, it's good in that it's fried. It just, I guess, is very different, But
yeah, I think, like, again, especially like loving. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you for coming, Elaine. We really do appreciate that. But yeah, I think it would be especially fun if you're like you said, like especially like in the case of the trips, it'd be kind of fun to do a collaboration, like cross border, like like we could like drive from here to New York, and like we could get some, I don't know, like Burger King or McDonald's or Arby's or somebody's doing something on one side of the border, it's like, and battle, like, whose special is, whose specialty prey item is better. Is it the Burger King, like, Steakhouse King, or like, yeah, like, some, Canadian thing that, we can't get. That'd be kind of awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I still think that's a while out, but that would be amazing. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Right you are, Paul Mammal. At least Bob turned the sound off, but yeah, he still gets like texts and notifications. Yeah. You could be there in 53 hours. Is that 53 hours in a Model A, Paul Mammal? I think that's just about how far it is in like any car. Why, hello and welcome. And do appreciate you coming. Yeah, so grateful to our friends coming over from Japan, coming so early in the morning on Sunday. Yeah, that is fun. So, but yeah, and I was also thinking something that would be kind of neat is if we were to 53 hours in a modern car, or 70 in a Model A. Oh, Bob, I know that look in your eye. Yeah. Okay, Bob's inner nerd is about to explode right now, because like when he was a hatchling, yes, when I was a hatchling, I was in the back seat of a car, and I had my USS Enterprise, like my Galoob diecast USS Enterprise, and I was being taken someplace, and we were driving at like 65 miles an hour on the freeway. I was like, the Enterprise is traveling at warp 6.5, and at 6.5, and then I was thinking about like at warp 6.5, it'll take 53 hours to reach it. Yeah, that makes sense to no one, Bob. Like, seriously, no one. Yeah, it's like, imagine the Picard memo on the bridge saying, yeah, Mr. Data, how long before we reach the Paul memo? At present speed, 53 hours, 11 minutes, Captain. Like that. Yeah. By the way, this is a good segue. By the way, yeah. Okay, so you get it, DJ Lamar. That's funny. But oh, you know what Bob's talking about. Wow, that's hilarious, Paul Mammal. Yeah, so I was thinking about that, like, like how many of you would like that, like for a Bob show? I was like thinking about putting that up in the members section, and I've been hemming and hawing, and oh, come on, Bob, that would be that'd be all like, you shouldn't be nervous. Just be you. Be the nerd raptor you are. I mean, open question whether anyone's going to understand what the heck you're talking about or not, but well, yeah, I mean, I think that would be just awesome. So, yes, I would totally love to visit Japan and see, as a hatchling, like say when we had to fly or something, Obviously, that the warp engines would not be enough to take us there. We would have to, like maybe use a Borg transwarp conduit or something like that. Or if we did not have a car and we had to take a bus, we need to use like a soliton wave or something to travel faster than light. Of course, when you have your Galoob Starship Enterprise and you're just walking around, the Enterprise is at impulse speeds.
Yeah, and I'll bet, Bob, when you wasn't allowed to have your metal toy with you, that you imagine that you had like a little shuttlecraft that was also traveling at impulse speeds.
Yeah. How did you know, Joe?
It ain't shocking.
Ooh, yeah, different kinds of candy. That's cool. Have not been in. Oh, so you Paul, you have not been to Japan in a couple of decades. Let me guess. If you were there, you would have been at the at the naval base at Yosaka or Yokosuka, or there's an amphibious base at Sabeo or something. I know I'm horribly mispronouncing those names, but I am aware of those two bases.
Yeah, okay, and now we see Bob in full ship nerd mode. So,
yeah, they're just saying, I do appreciate that, and know that there are Navy ships stationed in Japan.
Yeah.
Right, you are, Brino Memel. Ludicrous speed. Yeah, Rick Moranis was so awesome. But yes, like doing planes and stuff is that is kind of how you would do that. But again, I was very strictly Star Trek in my thinking. Or if you have a mammal who has glasses and if their glasses fell off and it's like, yep, that ship's lateral sensor array has taken damage. So,
all right. So Bob, he was right.
Yep, I might have guessed.
So, all right. Well, I think we need to do that. Possibly even tomorrow. We're gonna we're gonna try
tomorrow.
Yeah, Bob, you've been talking about doing this nerd thing for months and months and months. I've been doing Joe After Dark, and I'm just me. I know sometimes you just are afraid to go off on a tangent, but it seems like there's at least some here who would appreciate your brand of maybe not necessarily mainstream channel content.
So yeah. All right. Well, I don't know about tomorrow, Joe. That is really pushing it. But that is that is funny, Itch Memo. But yeah, we'll get to that.
Bob, for being so outgoing and making this channel, you definitely are kind of weird about certain things.
Yeah, not a lot of people do that, but okay, Star Trek, Star Wars, not really too much into Battlestar, but love Star Wars,
love Doctor Who, love Back to the Future, love Ghostbusters, or specifically like Power Rangers, but very specifically Mighty Morphin, all sorts of stuff like that, anything that's like fun, and it is really cool to see like G.I. Joe on the shelf in the stores, but yeah. All right, so need to I guess what we need to do is try like a premiere edition that's kind of like a free sample before you put it in the members only. But yeah, that would be kind of fun. So hey, real twinning slots. Oh hey, slot twin mammals. Thank you so much for coming by. By the way, real twinning slots, the slot twins, they is awesome mammals. They I've seen them do some amazing things at the slot planes, the casinos. I ain't never seen mammals like win paper rectangles like them do sometimes. Yeah, they are very talented. It definitely takes some I think some real skill to hunt paper rectangles at casinos or even do scratching prey. I mean, truth be told, I never really was that good at that. So, oh, DJ Lamar, you have world's small. Yeah, see, I have world's smallest here. I mean, I love it because it is like my size, like even a 3 3/4 inch figure is big when you are like 6 inches tall. Like I would totally have like my NECA, Marty McFly in here too, but he is like, huge, in our living room. So for sure. But yeah, totally into I always imagined like, again, when I was a hatchling and I had a bike, I had like a broken watch, like, couldn't fit on my wrist anymore. I like put the watch on my bike and imagine that if I went 8.8 miles an hour, I could travel anywhere like within a day. Wow, Bob, you are definitely a weird little hatchling. I know, right? Hey, Ali Mammal, hello and welcome. Oh, hi, Ali Mammal. So glad you're able to make it. Yeah. DJ Lamar Mammal, you have the Lego minifig part of the DeLorean. Oh, really? That is cool. That is just awesome. By the way, as Bob is just going off on a tangent here, a lot of times I don't have the dimmest idea what he's talking about. Like he's tried to show me, but like, only real Star Wars I like is The Mandalorian. And I don't care about no Star Wars. I just think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, Disinfinity Mammal, hello and welcome. Oh, hi, Disinfinity Mammal. So glad you're able to join us. So, it's a game called Lego Dimensions. Ah. Hey, Sultan Mammal, hello and welcome. Oh, hi. Hi, Sultan Mammal. Okay, so Itch Mammals used to put playing cards together, rub them. Oh yeah. Oh, that is a good idea. I never really thought of that, to get the effect, but I actually just wanted it to kick in when I like went really fast on my bike and got it up to, of course I had no way of measuring if I was really hitting 8.8 miles an hour, but like, if I like wanted to, it isn't as powerful as Doc Brown's DeLorean, but my bike time machine, like I said, it would, if I wanted to like go back to 2:00 in the afternoon, then I'd set that watch to, if it was like 5:00 and I wanted to go back 3 hours,
I could just set the watch and then pedal at 8.8 miles an hour and just be there. It would be awesome.
Oh, so you do Lego stuff? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I have not gotten into Lego. Don't really have the hand to tail coordination. But yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, like I said, in some ways, I give Bob a hard time about this, but sometimes I got to be honest. I'm happy to see Bob happy and excited about stuff, but um, yeah, it's like I got nothing like that. Like my brain don't work like that. If it don't involve getting meat, cheese, caffeine, or alcohol, I just I just ain't super interested.
Yeah, well, ooh, did the put cards in the spokes of your Model A? That is funny. Um, it's so funny mentioning playing cards. I had a deck of playing cards when I was like really really like a hatchling, like before I even went to school. And I was like watching the Captain Kirk mammal. I had like a deck of flashcards. Actually, they were supposed to help me like learn math, and I did not want to learn math, so I like taped this plastic wrapped cards, put some duct tape on it, and taped a tile sample to it, so it flipped open like the Kirk mammals communicator, and was like walking around with that, and it was just really really fun. Um,
So the communicator, right? That's the thing, like on next generation that the data mammal uses to scan with.
no, Joe, that is a tricorder.
What's the communicator?
Well, in next generation time, the communicator was something. It was a pin on their uniform that they would just tap. But like back in the Captain Kirk mammals time, they needed a communicator to like call the ship, or like to just like contact each other. But they wanted to like take the technology up a notch for the 24th century. I mean, but I still was like totally um into like 23rd century nostalgia.
Bob, it's the 21st century. How the heck do you have 23rd century nostalgia?
Oh no, it's like great moment in the past. Yeah, exactly. The you know the razor, the flip phone, absolutely looks like a Kirk mammal thing. Hey, Kirby fan, hello and welcome.
Oh, hi, Kirby Mammal. So glad you're able to join us right in the middle of a total Bob like nerd explosion here.
Well, yeah, um, and right you are, DJ Lamar Memo. Like, again, Mighty Morphin was my time, but yeah, those wrist communicators, like, and they would be like, just Zordon, we are here, and they had like a transporter. It's interesting because in Star Trek, the motion picture, or sometimes call it the motionless picture, because there was like a lot, it didn't have a lot going on, but they had new uniforms that weren't the red tunics yet. And all right, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna let him go. And yeah, they had like wrist communicators in that movie, but they went back to the traditional ones, so there's that. So I don't know, did Power Rangers borrow that from Star Trek, or did, I don't know if maybe that was something else, but it still is kind of fun.
Yeah. By the way, for those of y'all who aren't like raging nerds, I hope y'all are sticking around. Hope I haven't let Bob totally put y'all to sleep. For those of y'all who are here, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, want to give a shout out to our scratching mammal and our gambling friends. Again, like Scratching the Itch, and our friends that aren't like typically here, like 2020 Mammal, and Top Trasher Treasure, nice enough to send us her coin. If y'all ain't seen that yet. And again, like our other gambling mammals friends, like the Slot Twin Mammals. I'm so glad that they were able to join us. And again, would encourage you to check them out as well. So okay, yeah. Um, but so you see what I'm saying, Bob? You can do this. We'll actually just set this up, and we'll totally have just a Bob nerd session. Like you can get him going on just about any old daggone thing. Also like history or science. He'll be again you can get him going kind of an uncontrolled reaction for a while, and I think that's one I probably would just pass on. Well, fair enough. But anyway, since I had been doing like so much talking, yeah, Joe, you said you were thinking for tomorrow to hit to hit some of our buffet places. Well, yeah, that could be a thing. Oh, wow, Paul Mammal, extra nerdy simulcast on fitted in a ham radio. I don't know what a ham radio is, but it's got ham in it, so it's got my attention. No, it is that is not a radio that is made out of meat, Joe. Oh well, it says ham. Almost like I totally would like to have a radio that's made out of ham. That's something I'd listen to, or maybe like a ham channel, where they talk about like curing ham or whatnot. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. So, ooh, I have not heard of e-formula specifically, but I am absolutely, I am absolutely a fan of going for, an electric vehicle. Like I said, right now, I still have the old style, internal combustion engine vehicle. But personally, I do think, if the price point is there, I think that I would ideally like my next vehicle to be electric. The thing about it is, the thing that concerns me now about electric vehicles is like range. I have a tendency to like run the gas down, particularly like down to the wire, and obviously it's not as easy to like charge an electric car as it is to go to a gas station. And I certainly want to have a car that is able to get to Dayton without any trouble. And ideally, one that could go further. But I think that's in the future. So, oh, Paul Mammal, e-formula rules, no pit stops. That's pretty cool. So, if it's kind of like like if you can do that, if you can have the range on it, it's almost like a nuclear powered ship. It does not need to stop to be refueled. I know that is a crude analogy because yes, you do technically have nuclear fuel, whereas with the electric car, that's not really an accurate comparison. But the idea, like a nuclear powered aircraft carrier, it only needs fuel for the planes that it operates. Like the engines can go like indefinitely, or a nuclear powered submarine does not need to surface to like take on nuclear, does not need to surface to like take on diesel fuel.
or whatnot.
Well, didn't you say there was like you was talking to like you were going off on this nerd stuff, and you was saying that the battery technology has come a long way, where you could have like a submarine that ain't nuclear that can, instead of being able to stay submerged for like, you know, a few hours, like, the old diesel submarines, that could be that could run on batteries.
Oh yeah, air independent propulsion. Like I think like Germany and Sweden and a couple of other countries that do not have the nuclear industry have these air independent submarines that are very very quiet and can operate on electric motors for weeks at a time, which is great. Like for Sweden in the in the in the Baltic, but
Um, they don't set a number of laps. Uh, they race for 45 minutes. Oh, that's interesting. I definitely like the idea of that. So,
oh, Ichmemel, making ships out of aluminum again, and they stop for a while. Not every, and again, it depends, case by case basis about um, aluminum. Are um, you know, some ships, there are some ships that are, have parts of aluminum. Like I know the amphibious assault helicopter carrier, the Bohom Richard, that had the fire. Its superstructure was aluminum, and the fire did some real damage to that, but the hull was not.
so out here in California, electric cars are actually coal and natural gas powered. Um, well, yeah, exactly. How are you going to charge the batteries?
Um, you know, yeah, I mean that's always that is a that is ultimately like where does the energy come from? Is it more efficient to how much um, does it save you to do that? I just think it is nice, like is it less electricity? And the truth is, I do not know. Um, but boy, electric cars are exciting. I definitely am liking that.
Now, see, if I had my way, I'd have my my 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor. That would be awesome.
You would like a big truck, so um, you know. Well, and the reality is, Mr. Richmond, you're talking about, aluminum versus steel. Depends on what you are doing with the ship. I mean, yes, like anything will corrode in salt water. Unless you're talking about like, I know that during the Cold War, the Soviets built a couple of submarines out of titanium. I don't know what the corrosion on that would be, but like anything will corrode in time. Like salt air and salt water is definitely not you know not conducive to long term health of any metal. Um, like in warships, like obviously like in World War II, there were like ships were built out of the thick steel armor, but let's face it, a modern ship is generally lighter built, and the idea now is you do not want in a warship, you do not want to take a hit, rather than having armor to like bounce an unguided shell like a precision guided munition. Yeah, that would definitely not that would not be good. How come barnacles don't corrode in salt water?
Well, it's interesting. Bob, you was saying that there's like lake freighters that are still being used here on the lakes because there's fresh water. Some of them is like, 70, 80, 90 years old that, still are being used. The only reason why you wouldn't use it is like, the engine wears out or something. But, obviously, like, a ship in salt water, it ain't going to last that long.
That is very true. In fact, uh, you think of like there aren't any like generally any World War II ships active, but it was former Liberty ship that they turned into a an ore carrier. It was called the Middletown, and I think the ship got sold. The name got changed to like American Victory or something. But as of a couple of years ago, that World War II ship, the only lake freighter that actually shot down a plane during the war, um, uh, is still, is still active. Like it had been changed considerably to haul like iron ore and whatnot across the lakes, but very cool.
Hey, Mike the Spike, you arrived just in time to listen to Bob go total nerd on us.
Hey, how's it going there, Mike the Spike? Oh, you were headed to Duluth. That is cool. Actually, like that is probably like again, I was a hatchling when I was there, but that is the part of Minnesota that I remember being at. Like two separate trips. I remember going to Minneapolis for a wedding, but we'd go through Michigan and then Wisconsin to get to Duluth. Following the shore of Lake Superior, and I got to say that's a beautiful place to be in the summertime. Not sure how I'd feel about it in the winter.
Well, shoot, even Cleveland can be not that great. So, all right, Kirby fan. Do any of us play video games? Neither one of us is particularly good at video games, Kirby Mammal, but I do. I like my Gattaca game. The problem is like any like PlayStation or Xbox controller, kind of hard to to do if you got like three fingers and no opposable thumbs.
Yeah, and I think that is partially why we really are not good at video games.
But I definitely want to try like more arcade game style, like first person shooter.
Yeah, and right you are, Mike. That is our friend 2020 Scratchers coin, and we got this brand new beautiful coin from the Tot Mammal today, Trash or Treasure. Definitely wanted to show it off. So yeah.
So y'all actually got next gen console for Xbox, all digital. All right. See, that's that's really fun. Again, if there was more Raptors in the marketplace, that'd be kind of more challenging. Hey, Billy Mammal, hello and welcome.
Hey, Billy Mammal, so glad you are able to make it in. That is really awesome.
So Billy Mammal, wow, you missed out on a amazing stream. We got Bob going on a full nerd tirade. It was kind of funny.
So yeah. Oh yeah, so we gotta when I put the camera on the stand, to put the phone on airplane mode. Does the Wi-Fi still work? I do not know that. That is cool. Yeah, because I get so many notifications. You would not believe. And again, in my phone, I get so many like YouTube notifications, and I try so hard to get to all of our friends' channels, and I feel really bad that I can't get to as many, and there are so many that I don't even have notifications turned on for, um, and still, we don't. So, well, that's good to know. Now let's see if Bob actually remembers when it's time to do the next live stream. But that's definitely a good idea. Oh, Billy Memel, chicken adobo. That is cool. So yeah, for lunch today we had Moe's Southwest Grill, which if you've ever heard of Chipotle, it is like Chipotle except better in every way. I think that's a pretty fair assessment, Bob. Just saying. So, but speaking of our phone, we are in that situation where battery is starting to run down on us. But we do appreciate everybody coming in. Lots and lots of fun. Yeah, great stream, and yeah, I think you're right. Everybody knows Chipotle because it's bigger, but like Moe's Southwest Grill just does it straight up better. Yep. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming. We will be live again on Thursday. Yeah. And Bob's gonna be on full gonna do that full nerd live stream at some point. He's gonna do it. I ain't gonna let him put it off anymore. Oh, come on, Joe. Yeah. So anyway, thank you all for coming and have a great night.